Today, I want to talk about the impact of technology on our lives. Maybe I will be the last of the generation which lived in an era where there was no technology and even telephone was a luxury. And today, an era in which everything is connected on the internet and telephones are available on demand. I belong to an era where computers were rare. The first computers which will be used by the common man came to be when I just finished high school or I was in high school. By the time we were in second year or third year of college, my computer had a lab, and it was a very rarefied atmosphere that very few of us could go and use that computer. Today, desktops have become very common. Every kid has a desktop. A desktop has since then been replaced by laptops by tablets, and technology has shifted so much that a hand phone known as a smartphone is able to do everything that a PC could not do. You can lead your entire life using a smartphone. So today I wanted to evaluate and see how one's life has changed because of technology. But before that, I would like you to do the following. Please hit the like button of my video. Please subscribe to my channel and persuade others to subscribe to it. It's not important that you just subscribe, but you also turn on the bell notification so that every video we send reaches you. The algorithm does not push all the videos that we have sent to you. Therefore, if you want to see every video, you need to turn on the bell notification. Thank you for doing it. When I was a kid, to buy stocks, which is my favorite hobby, we had to take a bus and go all the way to Paris Corner, where there was a Madras Stock Exchange building and brokers had offices all around Second Line Beach Road. You had to go up these old offices to meet the broker, and the broker would either buy it in the Madras Stock Exchange or in turn would place an order with his compatriot in Bombay, and then he would confirm it after we had made our payments. A broker on an average made 5% margin, either in brokerage as well as in price markups. In 1991, changed all that. When a new government came to power, the new finance minister pushed through reforms. And then, for the first time by 93, all broker stock trades went through the computer. This was hastened by the Harshad Mehta scam. By the time 96 came, we had to convert all our paper scripts into a dematerialized format so that they could be traded easily. This was a nightmare because signatures would match, affidavits were required, and a lot of effort took place. But once the pain was over, it is very clear that there was nothing like technology. Things became fast and quick. Before, it used to take 15 days for a broker to deliver our scripts to us. And then we had to send it to the company for registration. So by the time the shares were registered in our name, it was 30 days minimum. Most people were not playing for keeps and would keep the transfer form ready and just pass it along to the next person. This is how trades took place. Cut over today, when all you have to do, you can buy or sell using your smartphone. Your smartphone, through your broker, directly connects you to the server in the National Stock Exchange. If you want to buy or sell, all you have to do is press a button and sell. While this has its advantages and disadvantages, let's look at both. The advantages of this is that the cost of transactions has dramatically dipped. What started as 5% margin has now dropped to zero point 0.1 or zero point 0.2. There is no possibility of a markup because each trade is confirmed with an SMS from the exchange. For the next 3 days, I can go to the NSE website, put the trade number, and I can see the trade. So the broker cannot make money by marking up the price. Online technology has meant that several brokers have cut staff to such an extent you are able to do trades for zero commission almost. This is the big advantage. Then there is another advantage. In the old days, there were days of bad delivery. Basically, you had to pay believing the transfer form. When you sent it for registration, the company would send it back saying that the signature didn't tally or the script was a fake one. So there was no remedy. The broker had to take the loss. With the advent of the computerized exchanges, what has happened is the principle of novation. There's a clearinghouse. The moment I pay money to the broker and the script is delivered to me in my demat form, the risk is that of the clearinghouse. The clearinghouse has to deliver. In case the broker from whom I have bought is unable to deliver, he is forced to buy it in the auction and give it to me. A broker has enough deposit to cover his problems. So your scripts are always safe. But there are times when there is cash balance lying in your account and the broker is unable to pay. So bad delivery and money security has been largely addressed. Though in the case of Carvey and another company which went bankrupt, this is not possible. Small amounts of investors' money are yet to be paid by these companies. These are the advantages. The disadvantages is that you are accessible to the screen every time. In the good old days, there was no television. I had to rely on the newspaper next day to find out what happened in the stock market. Only traders would crowd around the broker's office. The bringing of the home PC revolution made sure that brokers started giving me a screen through which I could trade by myself. That started the downfall because the human mind is always operates on psychology of fear and flight. So when I see excessive profit or a big possibility of loss, I press the trigger button and try to exit or enter immediately. My mind is constantly programmed at all times to trade because I am always nervous. When the market goes down, I can see it on the screen and I have a flight syndrome. Similarly, when stocks are high, the market is on dopamine. I also tend to be on dopamine and try to push up the market. Therefore, the propensity to trade has increased with the availability of the digital platform. All of us have check what has happened to our portfolio every other day. We do not have the patience to wait. And ideally, the best way to invest is to review your portfolio once in 6 months and not look at the screen daily. But technology has made sure that wherever you are made to be aware of what is the position of your investment, and there is always a temptation to overact. So one must always realize that technology is like a twin-edged knife, one which can help you cut something or also create damage to cut your own hand. How you use it is up to you. Thank you for watching. Be rich. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification. If you use Kindle, you can buy the book using the Kindle link given below. If you want a hard copy, send a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would get in touch with you. At the very end, if you want to get in touch with me, please send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. I am grateful for your support of Be Rich.